It was a great time for the U.S. too. We went again isolationist in the early '70s, and we exploded then again. And Carter came in and he kind of screwed up a lot of the economy, but the technology was already set and going. So isolationism by itself is not usually a bad thing. What it means is I'm focusing on myself more than I'm worrying about everybody else around me. But it's got to be accommodated, like what Teddy Roosevelt says: speak softly and carry a big stick. You have to let people around you know, is like, just because I'm not interfering with you daily or interacting with you daily doesn't give you a right to push me around. You push me around, I'm going to come and curb stomp you. You're toast. Don't mess with me.
Are we coming to the point, or possibly already there, where you just know this big bad United States of America, even if they're isolationists and haven't messed with anyone in 10 years, you know what they're capable of. And also, they're probably more capable than ever because they've been doing nothing but bench press and steroids for the past 10 years and become the biggest, baddest version they've ever been. So what else? What is the other deterrent from isolationism? Because it seems like it's all good
Yeah.
on the surface.
Isolationism, if it becomes too isolationist, you end up stagnating your society because you're not bringing in new ideas, you're not learning how other people do, you're not taking advantage of what you do. I mean, the American experiment works so well because it is such a melting pot that it should be, right? Now it's becoming much more like a chunky beef stew, which is bad. But it's because you can see what others are doing and improve upon it. That was the whole concept of all the states. Hey, every state, you got some general rules that you have to behave about how you treat individuals, but how you actually want to run yourself, we don't give a crap. You each set yourself up independently. You do have to have a body that's elected by the local people. Other than that, we don't care. And that created competition, and competition breeds success. Like, when what's the big thing you do in physical therapy? It's like, when I was going through it, I pushed myself a lot harder than originally I thought I would. But 2 weeks in after my fourth visit, they're like, we're going to push this guy really hard. It's a competition of like, well, sometimes the physical therapist up there, he's taking like the strong, like a 30-pound, a kettlebell and says, see what I can do. Can you do that? I'm like, I'm struggling with a 15. He goes, oh, you're not quite where I am. And he go to a 20. See, I can do 20. And I'm like, okay, I'm grabbing 20. See, I got a 22, with like a really shattered wrist. Mm-hmm. It's that competition breeds people to want to succeed. We have an innate, humans, especially men, have this innate desire to dominate. And if it's unchecked, it becomes actual physical domination of, slavery, which still exists in Africa, strongman, things like that. But it becomes much more of a soft way of doing things. So I think we look at that. We use competition. We have to be aware of it. If you become too isolationist, you cut yourself off and you lose a lot of that. Isolationism to me is, you know what? We're going to stay involved in the world economically and to a large extent culturally. We're not going to get involved militarily unless we absolutely have to, and we're really not going to interfere in how countries want to govern themselves. If you, Mr. Country, want to be a bunch of assholes and you want to dominate your people, that's up to you. We're not going to mess with that. We're not going to go build your country for you. You touch one hair on the head of any American anywhere in the world, and we will literally glass your entire capital, and we don't give a shit. And then we're going to walk away. We're not even going to rebuild your nation. We're just going to destroy you. When you do that, everybody's like, oh, don't mess with them. But they're free to interact with you everywhere else. And that keeps you as best of breed. And it keeps you also focused on growing my own people and making sure that we pass it on. And ultimately, other countries will start to mimic us more. Because they say, well, they're succeeding. Maybe we need to give it a try. Let's first get rid of this strongman and try it over.